This is the set of alphabet and number markers. And so I printed off my paper. As you can see, I just used regular print paper, but you could use cardstock to make these just a little bit thicker. So this is how we use them. On the sheets, you're going to find like a dashed or dotted line, and you're just going to line your ruler up to it, and you are going to just cut them apart. So that'll give you a nice spacing around the tile or the markers. They are a little bit like square-like tiles. I'm just using my rotary cutter, or you can use your scissors. It doesn't matter what you use, but just line it up to those lines, and that makes it super easy to get them separated. So once I have them all separated, I can use these over and over again. And once they kind of get worn out because you put enough pinholes in them, you've got access to the file, so you'll simply need to just print them off again and cut a new set out. So I have them all cut. I'm going to grab my pens, and so here is how I use them. So I've got a quilt block here, and I've got all my measurements, and they're labeled A, B, C, D, and then I have my pieces cut. Now for me, sometimes I spend a few hours and cut quite a few blocks at the same time, and then I've got all of these pieces, and I just kind of lay them on top of my printed PDF, and this goes in a pile with multiple. So if they're sitting there, they can take a chance of blowing over, becoming messy, and not sure, or remembering, you know, maybe this is 2.5 and the next size is 2 3/4, and so they're so close in the size that they're cut that you don't remember which piece is which. So this makes it super simple. So I know this is my C because it is the center. So I'm going to grab my C marker, and I am just going to pin this down. Now you could use like sticky tape or something like that on there, but a pin works just great. These are D. And so I've got a whole pile of them. I can pin through all of them if I want. If it's not too thick or just a few of them, it doesn't matter. These are my A's. So I just go through. I find the letter that it is, and I'm just going to pin them and line them up. These are E's. And lastly, I have my flying geese B unit. So I'm just going to pin this as well. Now when I stack these pieces on top, and I've got a pile of blocks or whatever ready to go, everything is labeled nicely. So when I'm ready to sew this, I just simply remove my my little marker, set it aside. I can keep these in a container or something else and reuse them. So when, you know, this just helps when you don't have time to sew the block, but you do have time to cut them out. You can keep them all organized. So as you can see from the sheets, all of the alphabet is there, as well as some blank spaces. And the second sheet has all of the numbers, extra zeros, so you can make 20 or 30 if you need, as well as blanks as well. So some patterns might have an A that's capital and then an A lowercase. So just depending on what the pattern is, you can fill in the blanks that you need. So now, no matter how long it takes me to get back to this block, I've got everything cut. I've got it all labeled with my little markers, and I am ready to sew when I have the time.